Hello and welcome to Hayden.com. This is yours truly, Marie speaking. I am your unfiltered, unedited gal who's just wanting to take you to better health. The other day, I talked to you about journaling your foods. So while you're trying to do any type of discovery into figuring out what foods are ailing you, the best thing I can suggest, although a bit time consuming, is to document. The amount of information that I've extracted by pure documentation blows my mind. In just the recent weeks while I've been embarking on this solo protein, one protein, sorry, my Spanish just jumped in there, my one protein, essentially I have realized that I was doing myself my own disservice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I created what's called the ReNEWU Journal. Now, this is probably all backwards because I don't even know how videos work properly, but the ReNEWU Journal is a really good journal. So inside what I did, this is all my crazy scratchy notes is in here. What I created, if I can get to my right page, is an opportunity to be inspired on one side. You can see all my crazy notes in here. It gives you a spot where you can, at the top, put in what day it is. So that way, if you miss a few days, it's like, I have to throw away my journal because I missed, 5 days or whatever. You can put your own date. And you'll notice that sometimes I have spots in here where they're blank, and then you go a few pages in, and I've written again. So you can create however you want to create. It also talks about how your quality of sleep was, because these are all important things I want people to note to get them into better health. When you went to bed, what time you woke up, some great little fun smiley faces on there on showing how you feel this morning. How did you wake up? Did you wake up like a sack of potatoes? Did you wake up super hungry? Did you wake up like I want to seize the day? Just let me know. Let yourself know. And then some questions for you. What can I do to be amazing? To me, it's really important to set an intention for the day. I had a period in my life where I went through depression. Maybe I'll save that for another video. There was times where I looked at my two beautiful young children, because I had depression after my girls were born, and I said I didn't want to be a parent anymore. I didn't want to face the day. Now, when you're in the depths of that dark hole, sometimes all you need is to look at the words. What can I do? What's one thing I can do to be amazing? And that just shifts your mindset. So by drawing your attention to that, it allows you to set that intention, and whether or not you fulfill that intention is irrelevant. You might have to write that same phrase. I like, for instance, on this particular day in April, I said, I want to live life full out, and I want to grow, and I want to extract the lessons. That was what I wrote in here. Now, I might have to write that a bazillion times before that actually comes to true fruition. Next up, goals for the day. So again, what do you want to accomplish? When you're in a depressive state or you're in an amazing state, having goals allows you to go cross off, goal attained. When you don't have goals or aspirations, you don't serve a purpose. And to me, sitting here on this beautiful place that God created, earth or universe or whoever you want to say created what we're living in, if you don't have an actual purpose, to me, you just, like, why are you here then? I don't really understand why you're here. Your purpose might be, my purpose is to go to work, to provide for my family. My purpose is that I want to build a lot of cash flow so I can do the things that I want to do. I personally have goals of trying to help people like you do better in health. So goals is the next one on there. Then I do a couple little sections on noting what your blood sugar is. So in order to do that, you need a keto monitor, which if you look back on some of my other videos, I talk about that there too. Blood sugar levels as well as your ketone levels. So you can do a glucose monitor that's continuous, and now they have continuous ketone ones as well. But when you have the ability to just use one of the best ketone ones, you stick a tab in, it draws your blood. Seconds later, you get your number, and the same blood sugar ketones are read on that one machine. The strips are about, £1 a strip or €1 a strip, give or take, wherever you are, or $1 wherever you are in the world. They're about that, rough and dirty. And the ketone strips are usually cost more than the blood glucose. Anyways, I don't want to dive too much into that. We'll get to that on another video. The next section talks about the meals and the timing of your meals. So if you're somebody who does intermittent fasting, you can note which eating windows that you're in. Next, we talk about your water intake. Then we go into your bowel movements. If some of you got my older versions, I apologize. Nobody noticed this typo in here that says bowel tolerance, bowl instead of bowel. So I apologize if you got the old version, but that was supposed to be corrected on the Amazon distribution. Movement and exercise. And then the last section is all about daily reflections. So what I encourage you to do is jump onto this book first thing in the morning, jot down some things, and then at the end of your day, fill in what you ate, fill in what your ketone numbers were throughout the day if you happen to be reading them throughout the day. If you didn't, that's fine too. You don't have to. But daily reflections, here's some of the things that I ask you to take a look at. What did I learn today? Who did I help today, or how did I give of myself today? I really encourage you to give back, and whatever that might be. It might be opening a door for somebody. It might be paying for the person's drink behind you. It might be helping somebody get across the street. You know, there's so many little micro things that we can do in our world, and if we continue to do these little micro things, it has a domino effect. Do unto others, right? If you do unto others, then others will do unto you. And when you do good things and people don't do good things to you, do not let it stop you from being a good person. That's the key. Next up, what am I grateful for? What goals are still in progress? Again, we talked about goals before, so maybe they're not in progress. So maybe you need to keep rewriting the same thing over and over again until one day you can go, I achieved my goal. Then next up, prayers and meditation. I realize that not everybody is of the same religion, and to me, that does not matter. I don't care if you have a religion. What I care is that you're a good person and that you have a spiritual connection to realize that there is something out here that has blessed us with what is going on in each and every moment of our lives. So again, whatever that is for you, just a few things jotting down there. And when you pray for other people or you meditate for other people, it is amazing how much that draws things back to you. I can't tell you enough. I don't want to go too far in the other way, but I personally am a Christian. I've always been a prayer warrior, but I strongly believe that talking religion is definitely not the way to get to all the people. So again, I just encourage you to meditate, to prayer, and just put, what came up on here. In mine, for instance, I'm praying for healing of family members and friends and for past clients of mine that live back in Canada. Those are my prayers and meditations. And then the last two things, positive affirmations, because it's really important when you're feeling crappy, when you're not getting what you want out of life, that you give yourself affirmations. And this isn't just some foo-foo thing that you don't, you just throw some words on the paper, but you actually start to realize that you're worthy and what it is that you're worthy of. So for instance, I put down there, I'm worthy of abundance and recognition. And who knows what was going on in my head that day when I wrote that, but that's there. And then the last section, really super brief, is just a spot to put some notes down. So again, this is my ReNEWU daily transformational journey. And on the front, it says, trust the process, embrace change, and be persistent. You can find this on Amazon. You can also message me through www.mariehayden.com. I would love to see you utilize this resource. And you will also find at the end, oh, sorry, no, it's not at the end, in the first bit here in the forward, a little bit about me. So barring all of that, thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm really grateful for your presence. Go ahead and give a little like to my video if you're enjoying the content that I'm giving. My goal is always to come just raw, unfiltered to you and give you the best of me and what's going on in my life so that you can have better overall health. www.mariehayden.com. That's where you can find me. Send me a message through there. Leave a comment below. Subscribe. Click. I think I did everything. Have a fantastic day. Bless you all. Ciao, ciao.